The cell phone is such a magical invention. Some people, like myself, use them for YouTube and social media. Others use it as a GPS or Google for random miscellaneous information on the go. I guess you could also make calls with it, but I'm not really into that. Please don't ever call me, I won't pick up. But today we're going to be talking about the single most important reason to have a cell phone, and that's to play Sonic the Hedgehog mobile games. I mean, yeah, constant connection with the world at whim is cool and all, but have you ever gone gambling with Sonic the Hedgehog? Sonic is not teaching me good habits. And there's plenty more where that came from. So get your credit cards ready for some microtransactions and unskippable ads every 15 seconds as we check out some of Sonic's bad mobile games. Sonic Racing Kart. Straight into bollocks. Ugh. How do you immediately turn someone off to a racing game? Like this. So where do we even begin? The overhead view? Sure. Why is there an overhead view? It's the most unappealing, vomit-inducing angle you could have for a racing game. There's a reason every racing game ever is done from a first-person-ish perspective. It immerses you, like, wow, I'm actually driving this car. Then we have the graphics. Or lack thereof, I guess. Man, that grass sure looks realistic. And that car animation? Mwah. Perfection. When did this game come out? 2003? 2003! If we Google cell phones in 2003, this is what comes up. So maybe these graphics are kind of impressive. Or not. Sonic hopping. Sonic hops. Alright, well that's fair. They were straightforward with what the game was all about. So what we have here is essentially a big puzzle game. Sonic needs to get to this ring on a pogo stick because, don't question it, and he has to make it there in a certain amount of hops. It's actually needlessly complex, so I'll just read what the wiki says. Sonic can only move from any given space to 5 possible spaces. 2 to his left, 2 to his right, 2 to his front, and 1 directly behind. Meaning, if you mess up, you can only jump backwards to try again a limited amount of times. So if you're like me, aka dumb, then it's very much a trial and error kind of game, and I'm not about that. This game came out in 2004. Jeez, who's making these Sonic mobile games this early on in the cell phone's life? Well, there's actually an answer for that, and maybe I should have started with this. Oops. This is Sonic Cafe. Sonic Cafe was a mobile game service in Japan made by Sega. You'd pay 315 yen a month, or essentially $3 a month, and you'd get access to Sega's vast library of mobile games, as well as new ones when they came out. The service ran from 2001 all the way through 2009. Only a select few games were ever released in North America and Europe, mainly the good ones, like the Sonic 1 ports. For this reason, it's pretty difficult to find any game footage online, or even ROMs to download and play myself. The only way you could play these games today is if you lived in Japan in 2001 through 2009 with a subscription to Sega Cafe on your NTT Docomo iApply phone. Which, that wasn't me. And oh yeah, you still need to have that phone today. But there do exist screenshots of a lot of these games, like Amy's American Page 1. American Page 1 is apparently a Japanese card game, like poker or something. It's described as being a mix of Uno and Crazy Eights. So, it's a card game with a Sonic skin. Alright, harmless enough. There's Sonic's Minesweeper, which is literally that classic Windows XP title that I still don't know how to play. I always just treated it like a Jack-in-the-Box. Like, ooh, when's it gonna happen? When's the oh, okay. Again, since these games were made during a time where cell phones could barely master texting, they were all fairly basic and primitive. Lots of card games that are simple to program and run, as well as other basic titles, like billiards and bowling. And for what's pretty much $3 a month, I can't really complain. It's a really interesting time in mobile gaming history. I mean, look at the bright side. At least there's no microtransactions or ads.
Candy Crush Saga. Download now.
How about new?
Now for something not as awesome. Shadow Shoot. The story of this game has Shadow ice skating on a rooftop when he blows up. And Eggman swiggity swooties for Shadow's booty. Booty as in like his treasure, the emerald, not his booty. The rest of the game is an auto side-scrolling adventure. Shadow rolls around at the speed of sound, collecting coins and avoiding the spike ball things. He also has a gun, because this is 2006 Shadow the Hedgehog. You remember that one stage in Battletoads that was like this, and it was hard? Yeah, it's like that. It's honestly not that bad, so I lied earlier, please forgive me. Its simplicity is honestly its strongest asset. Anyway, yeah, for a 2006 mobile game, good job. Hey! Remember Sonic Unleashed? That game where Sonic turns into a werewolf and fights enemies in Italy or something like that? Yeah, that was a fun game, but gosh, I sure wish I could play it on the go. Here's Sonic Unleashed Mobile. I already kind of regret wanting this. So as you can guess by the name, this is a Sonic Unleashed remake for your phone. The story starts off the same way as in the official title, just with less impressive graphics. Sonic's running through Eggman's spaceship, couldn't you tell this is a spaceship? Where he then gets blasted and turns into the werehog. Then the game needs to load. Like, a lot. Then, finally, we're playing good old Sonic. And I don't know what else to say. It's just a fairly solid 2D Sonic side-scroller. / platformer. You do of course get to turn into the werehog and start bashing enemies with your wolf fist! Yeah! Then you walk around. More walking. Still walking. Still walk. Can I just punch someone, please? I just wanna punch someone! Man, I've got some anger issues I gotta work out. But not all Sonic mobile games are bad. Sonic Runners was a super fun mobile game with beautiful visuals, awesome music, and simple but effective gameplay. I love it! You just run endlessly and listen to some awesome rockin' music. Then there's Sonic Dash, which is the same game as Sonic Runners, but it's in first person. Hey, whatever, I'll still take it. I'll take it over Sonic's Casino Poker. Gee willikers, I sure do love me some Sonic-themed Baccarat. I hate Baccarat. Why can't we just play Angry Birds Sonic Dash Epic? Oh, please no. And they said Avengers was the most ambitious crossover. So because we live in a world where Angry Birds is super popular and the king of mobile games, they did a crossover game with Sonic the Hedgehog. You take control of the red Angry Bird, I don't know his name and I hope to keep it that way, and you run really fast while collecting rings. Doesn't make too much sense considering the Angry Birds aren't known for their speed. The game is still really good, it's just... why? You have the power to add any series, any group of characters to your game, and you choose Angry Birds.
Oh, I'm horrible.
You know what? I lied. Take me back to the days of Speed DX, a game obviously about cards. Oh man, the past wasn't good, the present isn't good. What does the future hold? Sonic does his taxes? Hey, that doesn't sound too bad, actually. Unlike that rascal Yoshi. And those were some of Sonic's bad mobile games from the past, the present, and maybe the future. Now, of course, they're not all bad. There's plenty of ports of Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 and Sonic the Drive-In Restaurant. They do serve chili dogs. You know, there's something there. Someone needs to call up MatPat to solve this theory. So what do you think? Would you have paid a monthly subscription to Sega for your cell phone in the years 2001 through 2009 in Japan? That was a very specific hypothetical question. Anyway, I'm all out of things to say. Maybe Sega could make a Sonic Go, where you have to run to certain locations to find the Chaos Emeralds, but you only have like 5 seconds to do so, so you need to learn to run super fast like Sonic. Yeah, that's a terrible idea I just had. Bye everyone. Have a lovely day, or afternoon, or night.